Being a 2020 voter, I want you to be a voter, but I'd like you to be a 2020 voter. And that's kind of my responsibility as your city clerk. I want you to have a clear understanding and know where to go and look for information to help you be a 2020 voter. We all probably are aware Tuesday, November 3rd is Election Day. The polls at the precincts are open 7 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Now, to be a prepared voter, first of all, you're going to have to decide how you want to vote. Are you going to vote absentee, or do you want to wait and go to the precinct on Election Day? If you're voting absentee, I encourage you to apply now, if you have not already, to get your ballot, vote it, and return it. If you're going to vote at the precinct, I want you to know where to go. Here's a website down at the bottom. I believe that my friend Hester mentioned this website. I'm going to keep it up in front of you so you can see it as we move along. On this website, you're able to go and get a lot of voter information. I'm going to take you through a couple steps of what's important and how to do this. So when we click on voter information right here, you click on that and it takes you to this screen. This is where you're going to enter your first name, last name, your month of your birth, and the year, and your zip code. And then you're going to click on search by name. So click on that. Then you get this wonderful screen. It tells you, yes, you're a registered voter. It gives you the dates of the election on the election calendar. And over on this tab, it says ballot preview. If you click view, it brings up your precinct ballot. It even gives you a little map right here of your polling location. It tells you where to go to vote. So that's one thing that's going to save a lot of time if people use this website. You're going to know where to vote, what precinct you're in. It gives you the information on your clerk and a phone number if you even want to call your clerk. It gives you the business hours that were here. And I couldn't quite fit it on the screen, but it even tells you the hours that were open before Election Day, like the Saturday prior or special hours that we have. And I will mention those shortly. Also, here's a tracking for your absentee ballot. It tells you your election date, application received by the clerk's office shows, tells you when your ballot was sent. That means we mailed you your ballot on this day. And then when we receive your ballot, you'll see a date under ballot received. So I really encourage voters to use this, share this website address that's at the top of this page. Let's talk about the precincts and the polling locations in the city. We have 16 locations. There's about 5 or 6 of them that have 2 precincts in one location. What's new this time, it was new in August and it's going to remain in November, is Precinct 3 now votes at the Dow Event Center right in the atrium portion, and that's located at 303 Johnson Street. Down at the bottom, I have a bracket by SASA and Christ the Good Shepherd and Peace Lutheran. What I want to highlight here is that although the addresses, this is the mailing location address for these polling locations, the entrance that the voters need to use is different. Like at SASA, you don't want the entrance on Niagara. You want to use the entrance off of Genesee Avenue. You want to enter there into that parking lot and go into their atrium, into the gymnasium. At Christ the Good Shepherd, the mailing address is North Charles. However, the voters need to use the entrance off of Carolina Street. You're going to go into the parking lot there and access the gym for that precinct location. And Peace Lutheran, their address is on Adams, but it's at the corner of Mackinac. And our next screen, special office hours. We're able to do this. The city clerk's office is going to extend our hours on Wednesdays beginning October 14th, and it will continue the 21st and 28th. We will remain open until 7 o'clock p.m. on those Wednesdays. Also, on Saturday, October 31st, we will be doing our required hours for absentee voting from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Very important days and times to remember for the voters. Let's take a look at the ballot for November. One thing I want to like to explain to the voters, in August, you have to have separate parties. That's why you have to remain within a party column. But in November, this is where the parties have finalized their candidates to be on this ballot. Therefore, now all the candidates are listed under the contest, and you can mix and match your parties if you so choose. November still has the straight party ticket, which I've highlighted here with the yellow arrow. If you fill in the party oval, every candidate down in the contest in that party will receive a vote. Here's another option. If you fill in the straight party ticket, you go down to a contest and you choose a candidate of another party, then that candidate will get it if you fill in that oval for that candidate. All other candidates in the straight party ticket will still get a vote. That remains. The judicial is under the nonpartisan section as well as some other party options. Remember, when you vote straight party, it does not go to the non-party section. You still need to go down and vote in the non-party section of the ballot. And remember, please don't forget, vote the back of the ballot. November has two sides of the ballot. And on the back side of the ballot, we do have proposals. I'm going to quickly state here that the state has 2 proposals on the back of the ballot. The county has 1. Our local school district has a proposal, and our community college has a proposal on the back of the ballot. If you're voting absentee, one of the main things that we have to have in order to process your vote absentee is your signature on the back of the envelope. I'm showing you here a slide of the back of the envelope with the sign here box. Please make sure your signature is in that box. When it isn't, we do take the time to contact you and have you come in to sign that ballot. If your signature doesn't match, we still contact you to get that updated signature to make sure it matches so we can process your vote. Absentee voter, your deadline. If you decide to spoil your ballot, if you've already voted and turned it in and you go, oh, I made a mistake, I changed my mind, or I don't think I marked that correctly, come on in, call us. But your deadline to spoil that ballot and have us issue you a new one, it is now Monday, November 2nd at 10 o'clock a.m. And then you must vote that ballot at the city clerk's office right here. Here we are, ballot drop box locations. I'm so excited about this. So now we're able to offer 5 locations, which is an additional of 4. When we reviewed this with the city manager, we decided to look at the city in quadrants. We wanted to make sure every corner of the city was covered. City Hall is pretty much central of the city. So then we looked over in the corners of the city and we decided on La Civica Union Mexicana, which is on Wadsworth Road. That drop box will be in their parking lot location. Wanna Gas Credit Union, which is located on Bagley, but they have a Roberts Street access where you can go into the parking lot. You go in one entrance, drive up to the drop box, drop it in and exit off of Roberts Street. And you can see what our box drops will look like. Fordney Park is a city park. The actual location is Chestnut, but you do want to use the Gratiot Avenue entrance. Just drive in there, drive up to the box, make your circle around and exit. Davenport Manor is one of our Saginaw housing centers. It is on Davenport Avenue, and it offers a wonderful one-way access to go up, drive to the box, drop it off, and exit on the other side. And I just wanted to point out the slot opening there on the top of the ballot box. Make sure you know that you pull that down, slide it in, and it closes automatically, and it is protected, sealed, and provide security options for voting absentee. You don't have to pay postage when you drop your ballots in the boxes. So that's one thing that's going to serve as a money saving capacity for our voters. Application to vote. A lot of voters get this confused, especially when they want to vote absentee. They don't understand that they still have to fill out the application. Even though that they've been put on a permanent list that they've requested to, even if you vote in the precinct, here's the application that you had to fill out when you vote in the precinct. Same thing for absentee, you still have to fill out the application. So what we're calling here on the box, you know, when you want to be on the permanent list, you check that box, and that means that you are on an application list. We will automatically mail you your application to vote absentee. And if you choose to, you fill it out and return it. There we go. And of course, this is what we like to see. Lots of voters out there, everyone taking the time to vote. It is so important. And this is a very crucial year, critical year for us. I do want to highlight at this time, city council candidates are on this ballot. We have 11 candidates for 5 positions, and those are for 4-year terms. Also, our local school district, there are 2 positions, and we have 4 candidates, and those are 6-year terms. And already the city of Saginaw, my office has issued over 8,400 AV ballots that we have already issued out, and they are coming back strong. I'm so proud of the voters here in our community. They get out and they vote, and it's just exciting to see and be part of, and to be your clerk to help with that process. Thank you for your time.